it is me, Katie Kimball, and here with Megan and Lisa, and we are going to do a coffee chat where we are going to brainstorm some ideas and give you our best because our Catalyst group, we are the best. And so we are going to share some quick tips that you can implement in your business immediately to get that secret sauce to start booking your pants off. Okay. So, and that is the name of the game for the summer because there is plenty of opportunity out there. People are wanting to party. They're wanting to get their friends together. They love free stuff, especially right now. So, okay, Lisa, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us how many years in business you've been and what you want to chat about?
Sure. Hey, friends. My name is Lisa Gerkman Clark. I have been a wellness consultant and I am a Passion Parties transfer for almost 20 years, actually. So I like to joke and say that when I started doing parties, we walked uphill both ways in the snow to our parties. And it's been a hot minute. We did not have Facebook when I started either. Today, I'm going to be talking with you guys a little bit about working with your hostess, and I'm also going to talk about all things virtual parties. So, we're going to be ending our conversation with that. And Megan has some really fun stuff she's going to chat about in the meantime, too.
Ladies, my name is Megan Rolfe. I have been in the pure romance business for about 5 years now. I did not have to walk up in the snow both ways, but it's cool. I love it. I love doing what we do. I'm going to talk about focusing on personal connection and wording. You guys, wording is so important. It's how you catch people. And then, Katie, do you want to introduce yourself before I hop in?
Sure. So I'm Katie Kimball. I am a Delaware consultant. I've been in business 5 years. So I've had many seasons of business in this short amount of time. And so what I love is that we all bring a little something, a little extra experience to this entire experience.
Yes, we're all a little bit different. We got to find what our things are, right? No one runs the same business, and that's okay. And that's why we're here to give you the best of the best Catalyst group. All right, so we're going to talk about personal connection and how that relates to getting parties, but not only that, guys, getting sales. Think about it. When someone you've not talked to in years, or someone that sends you a friend request, and then immediately the next day they're sending you a message, hey, can you buy my It Works wrap and get skinny? Like, no, you don't want that. Now, had that girl spent a couple weeks talking to you, getting to know you, building that relationship, and then she introduced her business to you, would you be more likely to at least hear her out? Probably. So, personal connection is so huge. So, and this goes for not just right now when we're focusing on booking parties, but anytime. Make sure that you're connecting with several people a day on your Facebook, through text message. Specifically, we talk about manifesting a lot in this group. So if you know there are girls out there that you're like, oh my gosh, this girl is so much fun, or oh my gosh, this girl, her friends, they have money, right? Or, whatever it is that you're like, I want to party with this girl. Manifest that stuff. Go target her, talk to her, connect with her, look on her Facebook, find out what's going on in her life. Message her, hey girl, how are you? What's new in your life? If you see something's going on with their kids, just reach out and check in. Or like maybe their kid had a dance recital, go and comment on the picture. Oh my gosh, how cute. She's so adorable. Or their puppies, because I'm not a kid person and that's okay too. Go comment on their fur babies. All right. Or maybe they just graduated. It's May. Everyone's graduating. Everyone knows someone that's graduating. All the things. So go Facebook flirt is what Lisa likes to call it. And I love that. You're going to you're going to comment, you're going to message them and not bring up business just yet. Okay. Start that conversation. And then guess what? If you're doing a good job and you're posting about your business on occasion, you're making sure people know you're still in business. Sometimes you don't even have to bring that conversation up. Sometimes if you connect with them, they come to you, okay, for the parties. That's not always true though. So it's still really important that you do the ask, okay? So if that doesn't naturally happen, you're going to reach out to them. hey girl, would you like to have a fun free ladies night? All right. So we're going to be sharing lots of booking social media posts, lots of scripts with you guys for you to use during this time to get yourself party booked out. All right. So summer, we want our summer calendars full. Okay. So whatever that means to you, whether that means 10 parties for you or 2 parties for you. My dogs want to say hello. Lucy! So this is real life, you guys. Lucy, come here. All right. So where was I, ladies? Full calendar. Okay. So the ask. So we're going to give you guys scripts and things, but it's really important that you kind of know how to have this conversation. So you're going to give them the scripts. Let's say, would you like to have $50? Would you like to get $50 and free products from me when you have a fun free ladies night? All right. When they say yes, this is a tennis match. All right. A bouncing back conversation. You're going to be like, when do you want to have your fun free ladies night? I have this date, this date, this date, this date. Which one is best for you? Okay. You're not going to do all of that at once. Okay. People are going to be like, no. So instead, you're first off, party. Book a party. Do you want to schedule a party? Those things sound scary to people because people schedule, like their schedule is already overwhelming. So that word is just going to trigger them. They're going to be like, nope, can't schedule anything. Don't have time. All right. Book, same thing. Party, that sounds like work. I got to do stuff. I got to clean my house. I got to decorate. I got to do all those things. But would you like to have a fun free ladies night with me and let me do all the work and pamper you and your girls? That sounds like a lot more fun, right? A lot less work. I'm doing all the work for you. So wording is super important. So when we share wording with you, there's a reason for it. It's because it works. We've used it. Someone else has used it and it's worked. So highly recommend you stick with that. Now, something that was kind of mind-blowing when I watched Lucy Heinen talk about this in one of our pure business trainings on our consultant YouTube channel. You guys, if you're not using that, you should be. So many good things. But Lucy was talking about how she was trying to book parties and, you know, people get overwhelmed. They're too busy. They can't take the time to look for dates or anything. So instead of doing that, she would just say, what are you doing Thursday? Chances are they're probably not doing anything Thursday. So what are you doing Thursday? Oh, I don't think I have anything going on. Oh, well, great. I'm having this fun online virtual Zoom party or this fun party at my house. And I would love to invite you and a few girlfriends, right? You just invite like 5 of your friends, and then I'm gonna hook you up with free stuff, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So just a little tip right there. And then the other thing, if you're booking parties and if you have specific dates that you're looking to book, first off, when they say yes, they want to have a party with you, ask them a question. All right. Always end with a question. Whether that is, what are you doing Thursday? Or great. Do weekends or weekdays work better for you? Little tip in the summertime, Saturdays are very, very busy days for everyone. Okay. Think about it. When do people get married? When do people have baby showers? When do people have bridal showers? When do people have birthday parties that they're not doing pure romance style? Okay. Saturdays. All right. So more than likely, unless that is literally the only day you personally can party, I would recommend avoiding Saturday parties in the summertime. Friday nights, they're a little bit like this. Sunday nights are pretty good. Sundays during the day, again, are a little bit like this. You'll figure it out. But in general, do weekdays or weekends work best for you? They're going to tell you, and then magic happens. Don't be like, okay, so what date works for you? I know. You're going to say, I have this date and this date. Which one of these works best for you? Right? 2 dates at a time, maximum 3. Which one works best for you? More than likely, they're going to pick one or the other. If neither of those dates work for them, guess what you're going to do? What are you going to do, ladies? 2. You're going to give them 2 more dates, not 5 more dates. 2 more dates, 2 at a time. All right. A confused mind says no. So weekday versus weekend, this date or this date, guess what? You booked a party. So Katie's going to take over now, and she's going to talk about other ways to lead into parties and get some parties.
Hold on a
Thank
second.
you, Megan.
There should be stickers on mommy.
Real life, y'all. This is what we deal with on a daily basis. And guess what? We still run successful business.
Guys. We're hanging a no boys allowed sign on our door. It's important business, people. All right, so let's talk about planting seeds. Now, Megan is right. Script is important. So the other thing I want you guys to know too, if you're really struggling with booking, find a leader that follow the leaders, not the followers. Okay. So when I say that, I don't mean like somebody who has a title or position, because that doesn't necessarily define leadership. Who is moving and shaking in the business and working, booking parties, those are the people you should be following. If they have a calendar that you desire, follow them. Ask them how they're doing it. Planting seeds is really important. It starts before the parties. So for example, Golden Girls party, I saw a funny meme and then another consultant post a funny picture of drinking grannies, okay? Thought it was hilarious. So I put the two graphics together and said, how great is this? Who's ready to have a Golden Gals party this summer? People are booking them now. And please wait, please wait. I see you mouthing words. You may wait patiently right there, please. And thank you. I will do it in a minute. I apologize. This is #virtual learning. This is why I love what I do, because I get to do all of the things at once. And honestly, this is a way stressful life than if I was to work for somebody else. Honestly, like how everybody has been doing that this entire pandemic, I'll never know. So seeds. The thing though is that you need to remember is when planting booking seeds, you got to kind of give ideas for parties sometimes in your newsfeed. So like post a picture of a party that you think would be really fun and say, oh my God, isn't this too funny? I am looking for, 2 ladies that would like to invite their friends over and test this party, or who would like to do this, and then run with it. Okay. And what I like to do after that is follow up with a booking post. Now, bookings, seeds at parties. This is very similar to your social media, okay? Remember how I planted the seed in my social media about that granny's party and then follow up with a booking post? This is what you're doing at your party. It's the same cycle. I like to say statements like this about certain products. Oh my God, the main attraction. Everybody loves it. And it is one of my longer demos. It is an amazing product. If you haven't talked about it or shown it, you should, because you sell what you show. I say things like, ladies, now this is my #1 selling product to my hostesses, because they never pay full price for anything. That's how I hook my hostesses up. So when you say that throughout your demo, you are planting the seeds of, oh my God. And when everybody's laughing, I said, I know, right, girls? Can you imagine if you invite your friends over for your own ladies' night? You're not only having this type of fun, and you're also getting hooked up with free stuff like Sally over here. So that is the least amount of words is the most effective words. Okay. And then you at the end do a booking post, or depending on how you set up your party, or booking game, either at where you do your toys or at the end of the party. I used to traditionally do it at the end of the party. Now I do it right before my toys, okay? Because I like to do the sponsoring at the end of my party. Now, booking games, these are the best, okay? Because you can take what looks like a meh booking game and make it fun just by changing up the presentation of it. Book to look, example. I learned this from Heather Moore out of, Stevensonville, Maryland. She always corrects me. Maybe Jeffersonville, I don't know. Okay, somewhere in Maryland. She's an amazing hottie toddy new consultant, been in business like a year and a half. She puts these boxes up on a sexy spreader with a coupon in it, a foil pack, and an air freshener. And then she has them do head, shoulders, knees, and toes right before she does her booking game. And what is great about it, it gets them up and moving. And most people can do the head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And you can tell them modification. And then when you say, touch my box, they grab at that box, but they're not allowed to open it until they say, I want to have a party with you. So that is just an example of one fun booking game. You can also do a very quick, simple blow me to book me. So you get party blowers and you write the booking incentive on the inside of the party blowers. Go to Dollar Tree and just put them out in front of each guest. I like this one for the big parties because it's fast, right? You do the setup with the seeds and then you do the booking game and you remind them that those blowers are there. And when you are having fun and your list is getting long, that's when you're going to pick up the blower and you're going to be like, and you're going to see what you're going to get when you have a ladies' night with me. I also recommend having your hostess work for you. I like to do the book 3, get anything in the catalog that's $100 or less for free. Hostess must keep track of the parties and said parties must all hold in the next month. That's how you fill your books, okay? You give a sense of urgency and you incentivize the crap out of those parties that are coming up. Don't be afraid to book parties in the next 2 weeks or so, because realistically, most people have the attention span of a goldfish, and they don't know what they're doing in the next 24 to 48 hours anyways. So you can book parties in the next 24 to 48 hours, and it's the least prep and usually my highest retailing parties. So I hope this helps. And always ask in the ordering room your 3 questions, okay? What was your favorite part about this party tonight? When are we having your ladies' night? And also, have you thought about a side gig? So I hope this helps, friends.
Yeah, ladies, once you get experience, some women don't even play booking party or booking games, but they're so good at asking literally every single person. But those booking games are so much fun. So, I mean, I still play them and I've been doing this for years.
I was gonna say, I think that if you're going into a party and you want to book parties, you need to have a booking game, and it doesn't have to be involved. And I think any seasoned consultant, while there are some parties where I know I go into and I'm not as good about playing my games or whatever, you're right. We know to ask those questions, so it kind of protects us in that way. Like we have that added knowledge. If you're at a point in your business where you're not so good about asking those 3 questions, maybe you feel like you're being pushy. This is a little side note, but I absolutely love this idea. So I hope you guys don't mind me sharing it. Those 3 questions, or especially those 2 questions about would you like to do your own event or your own party or girls' night? And also, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Interested in making some extra money or a side gig? If you feel like you're being pushy by asking those questions, I challenge you to take a $20 bill and put it in a little paper protector like this with a piece of paper that says, if I do not ask you in the consultation room if you want to join my team and if you want to have your own event, this $20 is yours. You will never forget again after you give that first $20 away. And it also takes the pressure off of you because they're waiting for you to ask because they want that $20. I hope that's something that helps if you are feeling that way. But please, please, please do come up with a booking game that works for you. If it doesn't work the first time, try it again, guys. It does not mean it failed. You might just need some practice at it. You might just need to make it your own. I think we all have games that we've tried in the past. 3 times. That's right, Megan.
At
The
least
lay game, the Hawaiian lay game is super easy, doesn't require a lot. And I want to actually just shout out real quick for a booking game. Kayla Slice does Book It to Look with envelopes. And I've seen this done a million times and it's never worked for me. I've always felt like it just didn't work. But something about watching Kayla Slice's version of it when she asks and the way she kind of fawns over the people that say they're going to book and the way she kind of jokes around with the ones that say they aren't. And she kind of gives them a little bit of stink eye, but is playing around with them. There's something about it that's magical. And that's my current booking game. And I usually book at least 3 parties at every party. So come up with one that works for you, that feels natural for you, and commit to it. Just make sure you use it at every party. Doing a booking game and a sponsoring game should be a second nature to you as showing coochie. It's as important. People know what coochie is. They may not know that you're hiring. All right.
Lisa, may I add in there, if you are a squirrel like any of us, it's okay. We are all squirrels. In fact, we had a quick little overview on what we were discussing today, going off script. But I want to point out, if you are somebody who's a squirrel like this, we work off of scripts. So when you are implementing something new, like at a party, and trying to remember to do those booking seeds and doing a booking game, write it down on cue cards. I assure you, my recruiting, team building, and bookings, those parties that I use cue cards to remind me to stay on track are the ones that are my highest retailing and the ones that I book the most off of. They do not care that you have a script in front of you. If anything, it makes you more relatable. Just thought I would throw that in there. Also, know the numbers. Okay. If you are new in the business, we say 5 is alive. So that means 5 parties on your books. You are alive in the game. You're making money. Life is good and is happy. Okay. Now, if you are not at 5, that's okay. It all depends on your growth. But remember that know your cancellation numbers. I personally like to overbook, not double book, overbook, which means I will have more parties on my calendar than I will actually hold, because I know that I'm going to get cancellations. It's COVID, cool. My cancellation rates have gone exponentially down, surprisingly enough. However, thank you, virtual world. However, it's important that if you are a 50% cancellation rate, then you need to add 50% more on your parties to hit your goals, or on your books. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. You're absolutely right, Kimball. So I'm going to talk about, in particular, working with your hostess, and we're also going to talk a little bit about virtual parties. Okay. And I actually wanted to kind of piggyback on something that Kimball just said, that Katie just said, that she says, write it down if you're a squirrel. Y'all, I've been in business almost 20 years. Do you know when I go to do my parties, I have a list of the products I'm going to show during my party. I will literally go through my demo before that and I'll write down honey and gold coochie and, skinny dip in the scent, because I'm going to bring in those products in my inventory first off. So I want to make sure that's what I have. But not only that, I distract myself. So not only will I have that list, but I'll also put it out on the table in that order. So that way, as I'm showing it, I'm putting them away. But having that list helps me, and it actually makes my customers laugh, and it makes them realize, oh my God, anyone can do what she does. She has a list. You know what I mean? But put that booking game and that sponsoring game on there where you want to show them. All right. So I just wanted to kind of piggyback on there. So let's talk a little bit about working with your hostess. So I think that your hostess is probably one of the biggest connections you will ever have in this business. And that's going to be where your success comes in. So your hostess is your business partner. Not only is she working with you on this event to make it successful, she's helping you make money. You're helping her get discounts. Working together does nothing but help you guys. All right. Both of you. So for example, if you have a hostess who's ghosting you, or maybe she's not responding, it's totally okay to send a funny little gift, like, the little stalker gift, like, where you at? Things like that. Be yourself when you're messaging these women, because they're not just booking a pure romance event, they're booking one with you. So they have options on who they can be with. They picked you for a reason. Okay. Make sure that you give them that experience. When you work with your hostess, it can be everything from those personal connections. I have a hostess who always makes a baked brie at her parties. So whenever I see an awesome baked brie recipe, I will totally tag her in that tasty recipe and be like, girl, we making this at the next girls event? Or maybe I have someone who's done a cute flannel and a foxy and flannel party. If I see something cute that's flannel, I will absolutely tag her in the comments there. These are random little things like, oh my gosh, we should make this at your party. You're establishing that connection, like Megan talked about earlier, but you're also going forward with it, right? Like, this is an event that they're going to remember because it's for all their friends. It might be an event that you do several of every month, but for them, maybe they only get together with their girlfriends once every couple months. Maybe some friends actually traveled for this party if it's an in-person party. Remember, this is their girls' night. You've just been invited into it. Okay. So you want to make yourself as much a part of it and have as much fun as they do. But working with her and making her your business partner, establishing a real connection, And I mean an authentic connection. Don't lie. If you don't like her hair, don't be like, oh my God, your hair's so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. You can find something else you like about her. You know what I'm saying? So be authentic and be real, because if you're not, that comes across too. And y'all have gotten those messages before. So if you feel like, well, I don't like doing that stuff because it doesn't feel real, it's because what you're sending isn't real. So make sure that you are. Okay. So working with your hostess, because she's your business partner, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. Hostess coaching is so important, but hostess coaching is different for all of us. I think that Megan has a completely different way of contacting and hostess coaching her hostesses than I do, or than Kimball does. Some of us use things like Project Broadcast, and that's going to help with texting out to our hostesses. Some of us do all of theirs on Facebook or on phone calls. You have to find a hostess coaching that works for you, just like your booking game, and you have to be consistent with it. But the main point of your hostess coaching is to have a successful event by working with your business partner, AKA your hostess. So I want to show you guys something really neat. This actually kind of plays into what Katie Kimball talked about with one of her booking games, where she says that if they have 3 people book a party, that they get a free gift. This postcard has made its way through the Pure Romance ranks over the years. I know this one is taken from Kayla Slice, and Kayla got it from like Lucy Hynan, and I think Lucy Hynan might have gotten it from like Nikki Godfrey Hughes. Like, it has traveled. So I don't know who to give absolute credit to, but I will say that I love it. I love it, love it, love it. This little postcard here says, book 3 parties at or before your party and get any item up to $100 for free when the party holds. You can change it to whatever you want, but guess what? They get this postcard either in their hostess packet if you mail them one. Maybe they booked at an in-home party, so you go and hand this to them when they book their party. Maybe write down what their party date is on the back. Make it super easy. You could even write when you're going to call them to hostess coach, right? See how it all works together. And then when their friends call before the party even happens to book their parties with you, they get to add it onto here, and you get to add it onto your calendar. They're holding onto this postcard though, like Katie said, so they're keeping track of the parties. Now, what does that mean? Let's say Susie holds her party and Sally holds her party, but then that Stacy girl, she needs to cancel for some reason, right? Maybe she's got some stuff going on. Well, if Stacy has to cancel, our original hostess was really counting on that party, right? She's more invested, and she's probably going to find a way to make that party go down, even if it's going to be a smaller event, or she has to maybe rearrange if you're willing to let her rearrange. Or maybe she has a friend who wants to host in her place, so your date still is taken. You can use this postcard to your advantage. And I want to point out, this was really like mind blowing for me. Kayla Slice doesn't just give this to her hostesses, she gives it to every single person at a party. When she gives it to her party goers, she says, the ladies that are here can't count for you. Those belong to our hostess, right? If anyone here books today, then that's going to go to our hostess. But I want you to take this postcard, and everyone who you have messaged me to book a party, you get credit for. How cool is that? And you can absolutely put time limits on it. But I thought that postcard was a lot of fun. Now, before I move on, that's really what I wanted to say about working with your hostess, but I want to talk a little bit about virtual parties with you ladies next. COVID in the last year has really changed the way that we do our business. And I know that many of the ladies that are watching this video might be in different parts of the US. You know, you might be in Delaware, you might be in North Carolina, you might be in Kentucky, you might be anywhere else. That's just the locations that we are. So maybe your location hasn't opened up yet, or maybe people are just starting to go and do parties and get out and gather, or maybe they've been gathering since last June. Who knows? Whatever the case is, we know COVID really changed what our business was. There's a reason Chris says that we pivoted. And if you weren't willing to make those changes, you got stagnant and you might not be here now. So kudos to every single one of you that's watching this training. We are so proud of you. You made it through one hell of a year, didn't you? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to virtual parties, people now have the option of going out and doing things. Chris has talked about this a little bit on Rise and Grind. So we have to find ways to make this fun, to make it different. We kind of had a captive audience for a year there. Like, what else were they going to do but buy vibrators from us, right? So now we have to give them other things to do. Hence why we're going to dress up like little old ladies on our lives and things like that, and give them all these fun things that they can see. Bethany Ott gave us some great ideas during our last training during World Conference. Make sure you utilize all those trainings, not just the ones that we offer you guys, okay? So when it comes to virtual parties, I'm going to share a couple that I do, and then Megan and Katie are also going to interject with a few that they have done. Really, it's consistency. It's offering these things and giving them something different to see each time. I will point out real quick, I'm not going to talk about it much, but prize parties are an awesome option. You might have prize parties with your team, but you can do them on your own. Megan and I did a training last year that was a Lucky Leprechaun training. And I have to shout out this girl on my team, Trinity Todd. She wasn't able to join today, but she did a prize party last night that was a Mayflowers party. Y'all, I was scrolling on my Facebook and then her live popped up. Do you know girlfriend was wearing like this huge like flower thing that looked like a like lion mane? You know, I clicked on it, and you know, every other person who saw that on their newsfeed did the same thing. They're like, what's this crazy girl doing? She rocked out that party last night because she offered them something different, but she also gave them something fun to see, right? So give them something different, give them something fun. When I've done like a Lucky Leprechaun party, I usually do something random up here or like a headband or something like that, right? Little old ladies are going to be showing up, trust me. So the two I wanted to talk about, though, in particular, were actually a mystery hostess party and a battle of the hostesses. These are two very simple things that you can do in your own VIP group so that not only are you trying to get sales, but you're also growing your VIP group. You're bringing more people in because that's really the heart of our business. The same people buying over and over again, while we love them, they only need so many coochie refills every few months, right? So when they invite their friends in, that's a whole new group of people. So when you do these parties and you offer raffles, maybe add so and so amount of friends and get an entry, or when you place an order, you get an entry. There's lots of things you can do. Decide what your goals are before your party. Is it to grow your VIP group? Is it a certain amount in sales? And let them know what those goals are. Your people are going to want to help you hit those goals. Okay. So for a mystery hostess party, these are super simple, guys. You want to do some prep work ahead and let people know, put up a banner in your VIP group. You could absolutely do this in another group if you want. Work smarter, not harder. If you send them into your VIP group, half the work is done, right? Now they're going to constantly be seeing you and you don't have to herd them into there later. So when you do it, mystery hostess party. May is International Masturbation Month. So mine last night was all things that vibrate because why not? So I showed a little bit of foreplay, but I stuck to most of those things. And I just showed a few of the products that I knew we didn't have on back order and that I had on hand. Everybody places an order, gets an entry into a mystery hostess. And if I have $500 or more in retail, I'm giving away that credit. How simple is that? Right? I didn't need to have a hostess to do it. I did it. So if you don't have any parties on the books, book your own. Oh my God, book your own, you guys. There are so many options. The other that I think is amazing and will get a lot of interest when you do something like a mystery hostess party is a battle of the hostesses. You can go ahead and put out there and say, I'm looking for 2 or 4 or 6 or however many women that are interested in getting some free and discounted products, and do a battle of the hostesses in your VIP group. Make it fun, Susie versus Sally. And you could do little like intros for both of them if you wanted to, and give them both their own party links. And then when you go live, you don't have to do double the work. You're doing the demo all at once for Susie, Sally, and anybody else. And you'll probably get some people in there that are just kind of watching because you put on something fun like a big flower hat, right? So if you do something like that, though, you're going to generate more interest in the next ones. And that battle of the hostesses, they can all get their hostess credit, but maybe the person who has the highest retail, maybe she gets an extra free bottle of coochie, right? Isn't that fun? And guess what? Corporate's doing that for you right now with a booking blitz. I love it. All right, guys, those were my main ones. Katie and Megan, would you like to share any virtual parties you do that you found success with?
So I do monthly birthday bashes. Basically it gives me I throw it, I host it. So a virtual birthday bash, and I invite every single lady who has a birthday on my Facebook. And because I'm hosting it, it sounds like a lot less work, but guess what? They're basically a hostess. They're inviting their friends, they're doing all the things that a hostess would do, but because I said, I'm inviting you to this party, it's all good. They just join. And I basically I kind of treat it like a mystery hostess party where I give away credit based on how much we do in sales. And I've had one that was 1,000, one that was 1,300, one that was 500. It's all over the books, but you guys, it just gives you something you can do every single month to have consistency on your party calendar virtually. So yeah.
I love it. Thank you, Megan. And those birthday bashes, they can happen again in your VIP group, or you can do them separately. It's completely up to you how you want to do those. But if you're following up with people after they've been to a party, the birthday bash is kind of perfect because a lot of people do a follow-up system where they're following up on birthdays, right? To make sure they're catching everybody once a year. What do you have, Kimball? Anything in particular you've done virtually or even in home that really works for you?
I think what's important to say right here is the fact that with virtual parties, no matter the performance of the party, you did not leave your house. So there is no freaking overhead. Okay. So dollars and cents wise, it makes sense. Even if you had sold one bottle of coochie, that is $10 in your profit and you didn't leave your damn house. That is some gas. Okay.
Even if you sold 0 and you added 20 people to your VIP group, those are future customers, ladies.
And I've had plenty of people not shop my parties and then they drop $700 in my flash sale half a year later. Was it worth it? Oh yeah, give me that 0 again. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to point out the I don't want to say mental status, but the way that you should look at these virtual parties is, it's exciting. I used to not like them. So here's what I do. We were discussing, Megan and I do a lot of similar parties in terms of like, I use Tiffany Ransom's method. So I follow it to a T, except when it comes to adding to my VIP group and getting them to fill out the Let's Connect part. This is a crucial step that happens in your virtual party. My booking game is in my Let's Connect. It's like a picture of like 7 different balloons that are in the shape of numbers, and they have to pick one, and then I have to send it to them through text message or Facebook Messenger of what they get, which is my booking incentive. Now, to get them in my VIP group, what I do is I have a final post that says, all right, ladies, remember those posts that you were commenting on, that's for a ticket into a raffle. What I do is I will actually do those raffles in my VIP group. Those ladies that commented and were active in my virtual party, I tag them on that post and say, hey, make sure you're in the group. You don't have to be live, but just be in the group. And I will do raffles. Sometimes I do them with paper tickets and they love that. Honestly, I haven't seen any difference between the two other than my hand gets a little tired more than the other. So they're both kind of effective. Whatever way you want to slice it is fine. You can dress up all goofy. I do recommend picking one night of the week. I typically like doing it Monday nights because when somebody watches you live and they're like, oh, she's giving away stuff. And I keep saying, this is for the ladies who attended my virtual parties. This is for the ladies. It's booking more parties because they're like, whoa, she's giving away free stuff to the ladies that attended a party. How do I get one? So that's my only little tweaker onto what everybody else is doing. I hope that helps.
And ladies, you don't just have to book your own party online either. So I have wanted someone to do a donuts and dildos party with me for years, and no one has wanted to do it. Well, guess what? These ladies made me do my own. So this Sunday, I'm having a donuts and dildos party at my house and inviting all of my local customers. I just got some more RSVPs yesterday, so I'm super excited. And all I'm doing is buying donuts, right? I'm doing mimosas, so I'm not cooking a big meal or anything, just having people over, and there's gonna be donuts and dildos. And guess what? I just had another girl book a donuts and dildos party with me. What? So excited. So
You've been trying for so long to book a donuts and dildos party, and all it took was you booking your own for other people to be like, ooh, I need to do that.
Right?
I love it.
It's planting those seeds, right?
Planting those seeds. You can create your own party, dress yourself up as if you were going, and then tell them, hey, ladies, look at this theme. Isn't it fun? And
they want to have your girlfriends over, like, be like, I need you guys for 10 minutes to sit right there, and I'm going to take a crazy ass picture with you, and we're going to be at a party, but you're not really. It's fine. Just post it. It's fine. Also, the mystery hostess party, you could do one of those at your house too. So if you're wanting to do in-home parties and you're struggling to get some, the best way to book parties is to have your own and book them at that party.
I absolutely agree with that. I actually did a mystery hostess party for my own graduation from college, which was, very recently, obviously. And when I did that, it was probably one of the biggest parties I've ever had because most people were used to me not doing events like that where I invited everybody. So it was like, oh my gosh, I have to go to this one. And I really made a big deal out of them bringing their friends with them, that if they brought somebody who wasn't invited, they got extra raffle tickets. I think at that party, I booked like 7 or 8 parties, and almost all of them did hold. So, y'all make a big deal out of it. Be excited. And the other reason it's great to do your own in home parties, it will give you so much more respect for your own hostesses and what they go through. Because, sometimes people do bail on us. Sometimes people do say they're going to be there and they're not. And it's really important to be empathetic toward our hostesses when they have that experience because you can have a great party with just a couple people. I've had hostesses who've had all their friends bail on them. And while that is not ideal, when that's happened, I sit down with them at their own kitchen table. We talk and have a one-on-one consultation. They get to see all the products that they love and they become my customer for life, if not team members later. So just remember that there's no such thing as a bad party. There's no such thing, I mean, that goes virtual or in person, knock on wood, because there's always something that you can take away from it. And I hope that we've inspired you today to go out and book all the parties. There's a booking blitz that's happening right now. So you'll be able to book them all and get extra credit for that, and your hostesses do. So we're so excited to see what you guys do.
All right. Thank you, ladies, so much. Hopefully you took away all the tips. Let us know if you have any questions. Bye.